Man, I think that was a absolute nail. We nailed that. Nailed that one. And the production crew, Matt, they must have got a good weekend of sleep. Good morning. Happy Monday. First day of November.
All Saints. Holy day. All Saints Day.
Go ahead, man. Say something. Fill up some time.
I said All Saints Day. It's happy, Saints come marching in.
All of the Saints Day.
Just like the Saints came marching in, against Tampa Bay and the GOAT yesterday.
Awesome. Love seeing the GOAT.
Isn't that a perfect example of how we were just talking about this in the pro sport world, whether it's football, basketball, hockey? You lose your quarterback like they did. Jameis got throttled there on that ragdoll toss and hurt his knee. And the backup who I've Tom Seaman, or whatever his name was, something Seaman.
I don't think it was. I think you got the name wrong. But anyway, your point is
he came in
drop off with the backup.
Yeah, I've never heard of the guy. Apparently he started for the Broncos for 2 years when they did nothing there. But he came in and I guess his arm was fresh. And New Orleans just ran amok over Tampa Bay Buccaneers yesterday.
Matt, your betting professional is proving difficult. The strategy not work so well this week as the Bengals won outright after getting 11 or 12.
Giving, yeah.
The Bengals lost outright. The Jets, we got to, how about the Jets? Thank God the Jets got off the schneid.
Well, I think that was their second or third. The Lions,
yeah, I know, but it's still the Jets.
Don't worry, the Lions are holding the
Lions holding firm on the schneid.
Firm. Yeah, they're gonna go for an offer again.
Defeated, Matt. But you are a self-proclaimed better college football better, and your 2-team parlay rang true. Minnesota land 4, Baylor land 4, both of them winning and covering. Congratulations on another great Saturday. Well, it wasn't altogether great. Moment of silence.
Moment of silence. Let's have a moment of silence for Jim Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines, who just did not have any 50-50 calls go their way. They had fumble return for a touchdown. They decided, nah, it's not a fumble, even though it was. And then they had another one where the guy crossed the goal line without the ball, but that's okay. We'll give it to him. It's little brother. He needs some help.
And Wake Forest, for the first time in forever, in the top 10 in college football, without their running back who ran amok on that field for the Sparty.
Yeah, and it's interesting. Michigan had almost 600 yards, and Sparty only had 400. But turnovers and just lack of field goals suck when you're on the road in Michigan.
Dude, how about it? That was the game. The game was the 3 field goals instead of touchdowns.
Four, Bob. 4 field goals, 3 touchdowns, and you still lose by 4. Even though they only scored, 4. What did they score? They scored 5 ways. They got two 2-point conversions, which you're the special teams coach, man. You got bitched out all weekend.
Matt, this shared on Friday. Elon Musk. Say what you want about Elon Musk, but now he's getting into the education business as he says he's going to open a university. Massachusetts has MIT, California has CIT, now Texas has TITS, Texas Institute of Technology and Science. Matt, the whole world is abuzz with technology.
Has he already made the tits up shirts?
I can't wait to see. I hope they have a mascot. That's all I got to say. Hopefully they got sports teams and mascots. As only Texas could do. We had this discussion about the metaverse and,
make everything Trump again.
His little promo thing where he's, interacting in the metaverse. And this is what I thought. This is our Oculus. That is our bookshelf. And that's where it has sat since Christmas when we opened it and played it all day Christmas Day. Maybe a few days after that. Maybe a few once a week after that. But I guarantee you that has not moved for 7 months.
Well, it's a little different than the the bookshelf that Zuck has. Did you bring? You should.
Oh
Bring
yeah,
his
he's
up.
got the I
Bring
saw
that
the,
one up. Bring that up because on his you should bring it up. I sent it to you.
yeah. He's got terrible barbecue sauce.
He's got Sugar Rays. I call it Sweet Baby Rays. Well, it's called Sugar Rays because that's all it is. Like that's the best stuff you can make as a 500 billionaire. Come on, dude.
It's terrible, is what it is. Man, I want to share because I just think that. Well, first of all, let me plug Manja TV and the Rub Me Cajun Dry Rub T-shirt available. But this is more. This is what I'm talking about, though. Like this was me currently being attacked by a stuffed animal. You know her, you love her, Rita. I just think people will choose reality way more than they will choose virtual reality in the long run. And I just
However, let me play the other side. Let me play the devil's advocate because there's a lot of lazy millennials and a lot of lazy Z's or whatever who just want to sit back, consume Doritos, soda, play video games, and they don't want to walk the dog. So if you had an experience like that where you could just plop in your little program and Rita's biting your leg and then you don't have to take her out because she's not real.
She never shits the carpet, right?
Never shits the carpet, right? I mean, you
never kills a chicken.
You only get the benefit, and that's in the meta.
No, that's what I'm calling. That's what I'm calling bullshit on, though, because it's not the same thing. Reality's better. That's all I'm telling you. And I just think they're just like I have said, Matt, forever. The pot stocks are like a ridiculous valuation because you can grow your life supply in one summer. I just think they're overshooting the metaverse. That's all I'm saying. I think they're overshooting it. I'm going to choose reality instead of virtual reality.
Hey, reality for the Broncos just got a lot worse. Just crossing the wires here. Let me just share this real quick for you Broncos fans. The Big Orange. They've traded their franchise, Von Miller, to the Rams. So the rich are getting richer.
He had been very vocally upset with the Broncos organization. I think they just had enough of that. I don't know that for sure, but
they got a second and a third round pick. That's all they gave up. So that's pretty good. That's a pretty good trade. They got to pick up his contract, which I'm sure is pretty fat as the franchise player. But as you come into the playoffs, having another guy like that on your linebacker core,
Rams I wonder what
the Rams just got a lot better. They got a lot better
because their defense hasn't been stellar.
No, but it just got a lot better.
All right, Matt. On with the show. Where am I at? Oh, yeah, that one. Matt, we got to talk about this. Great little graphic here. I don't know who I stole it from. I saw it in the Twitter sphere. And we've talked about, here's another one. Currently not fading Crocs because the stock's out of control for injected mold rubber slippers. Definitely rubber slippers, Matt. Bring up the chart. I can bring it up too if you want because it's ridiculous.
But yeah, it's funny. Like you have the feeling about Crocs that I maybe had in 2000 about Krispy Kreme, and I understand it. And eventually you'll be right. But in the meantime, it's a moonshot. We talked about this stock early in the year, and we said if it broke out of this little range it was in, this bracket, it'll whatever this range was, 71 to, I'm trying to recall.
Yeah, bring it up.
You should be able to see it. I'm on it.
Sorry, I blew up.
So it was about a $15 range, and then it went from when it broke out of 88, went up that 15 to 03, and from there it's just gone up another $70. So this thing has doubled from this breakout line of 87. We're currently trading 167. Again, fundamentals, market cap. They just had earnings. They blew them out. $625 million for the quarter, so that's $2.5 billion. Enterprise value, market cap rather, is right around 10. So it's 4x sales, which
is reasonable in this environment.
Which is not bad, but to your point, it is just injection molded plastic. And at some point that's got to come back to like one on the sales to, market cap. But right now it's to the moon, Jerry, and 14. What do we got? Price, the PE ratio is only 14, Bob. So they're making money. I don't know what to tell you. It's a hard. You got to have. What's the reason to short it besides the chart? I don't know.
No, you can't.
Which in this world, there's plenty of charts that are overbought, but they just keep going higher. I think the perfect example is Tesla, which had earnings over a week ago and is up another 5, almost 6% today. 1182 looks like might have been the high already for the day. I mean, talk about, it's got on a daily chart, it's through the moon. It's literally look at the get out your pinpoint needle pliers, because this thing is absolutely insane. It is, 1.18 trillion market cap. And again, we've already talked about the sales. It's, a price earnings PE ratio of about 360. So, I mean, just coming back to 1,000 would be a good haircut. But this thing, again, where do you jump on? I mean, it just goes, I would have thought Friday might have been it, but maybe today's that day. I don't know, but I'm just sitting there watching it. I mean, today it's just been, it kind of sold off the, pre-market, and then it's just been on an elevator shaft up for the last 2 hours. So it's just been, had the little morning wiggle, which, didn't even go and test the highs from Friday. Well, it kind of did. It got close, but it didn't even do that. So no gaps are filled. Technically, this thing's just a runaway crazy train. Ozzy Osbourne playing in the background.
Right on, man. It's a crazy train. All right, Matt. I don't got a lot today. We know that cryptos never sleep. And as I talked about on Friday, Ether not able to close in upmo against Bitcoin. Bitcoin looks very, very sideways, and it has been for several days now. But I know you wanted to touch on a few of
here's the point. Then you're helping me to make the case here, but Bitcoin has been really choppy and sideways. And let's start there. We'll look at the chart real quick, just so we can do that. And then we'll look at the equities. But I mean, here's Bitcoin the last couple weeks. And this is going back to, mid, what is it? Where are we looking here? This is like mid-September. So it's just riding the kind of the point of control, which is right here around 62,000.
All right, we got to bring it up.
Okay. Sorry about that.
No worries.
So it's just riding the midline right here around 62,000. And we got there in mid-October, and we've just, we made the new high up there at 67. And since then we sold off, we had that big flush out last week down there at 50, what was it, 56 that one day. They just took it down like
a 1 minute bracket,
$5,000, and then it went all the way back to 62, and now it's been bouncing off 62 like it's struggling. Again, I think this thing still needs more time and more of a break, but maybe the sideways action here is all we're going to see. I don't know. But the things that the equities that are rolling with it, don't, like the Coinbase is through the roof again. And it's trading 335 up another 5% today. I mean, these moves are astronomical when you consider how short of a span these, 5% in a day. I mean, that's a monster move. So this has a possibility. Remember when this thing came public, it was 425. I'm just saying, anymore, I don't understand, there's not enough time for me to really use charts, because this thing's only been trading for half a year. So again, I'm just watching it, but it's going up, trading, as high as almost 340 today. And then the other two that I follow, we've talked about MicroStrategies, but we're going to look at Mara, which has earnings coming this week. And I can't imagine, or 2 weeks on this 15th, 2 weeks from today. I mean, I can't imagine that this is a $5.5 billion market cap, and they do 67 in revenues last quarter. And this is the estimate coming forward. So you're talking about $250 million in annual sales. That's it. $250 million, like 250 million. If we just extrapolate that out times 4 to, let's call it, we'll give them 300 million, and a market cap of $5.5 billion. So again, I mean, I like to do this, but the enterprise value is, the market cap is what, 15x, 16, 17x above, the revenue numbers. So that's a crazy valuation. So if you're looking for one, Coinbase is getting frothy. I think Mara's already there. And then the other one that moves with it often is RIOT. And interestingly enough, RIOT hasn't done anything. So, a pair trade
got earnings same on the 15th.
Looks like around that same period. Yep, it is the same date. And they're doing the same in sales. So I would say that this is a value play. This enterprise value is only 2.7 billion as the market cap for RIOT. And it's, coming into the earnings, why not buy this, sell the other, and play them against each other? To me, you might pinch the middle there and be able to get some success. So I might look at something like that. Short Mara, buy RIOT coming into the earnings 2 weeks from today.
Fantastic as always, Miss Trade. Fantastic at always. What else you got? Anything? Oh, you know what? The other one is the wheat. We talked about it last week. Wheat through the roof, over $8. First time in I'm not sure how long. We've had wheat with an 8 in the handle.
An 8 handle. And the other thing I'm watching, and we've been talking about, the bonds did not close over that 161 level. They got right up to like 20, 160 and 20. And they pushed off. And so again, the bonds are not, to me, they're still not confirming what you're seeing in the equity market. In other words, they're really not breaking out the way I would like to see it. But let me just bring that up here real quick.
Yeah, let's look at the bonds and then the wheat.
So, but it's holding here. Again, this is a 144-minute chart. It's coming back and testing this, mid 159s, which is the point of control here, going back for the last few months. The last 6 weeks is what we're looking at here. But again, we didn't get the weekly close above that 161 level that we talked about. We got over that, but then we condensed and didn't close over that. So again, it wasn't a very, to me, it didn't tell me much, or, it's not really, jumping on. The Russell today is up big, whereas the NASDAQ and the SPOOs early were actually red after that gap up overnight. They sold all that off. Anybody that chased that new gap got, bagged and tagged as they usually do. But we've come back the rest of the day and we're green across the board now. But again, the bonds aren't super bullish. But if they hold here, maybe this week is the week, Bob, that they finally get over that 161 and can make a run to the 164 levels. Again, time's the ultimate arbitrage here. Wheat, as you said, up another 25 cents, and months removed. You said long term, this is a number we haven't seen in a while. And in fact, this is true. This is a weekly chart that we're viewing right here. So we have not been at these levels since 2012. And back then we got up to like 9.5. So that looks to be in play now, especially with the inflation and the pressure that's being put on all prices and on all assets. And this thing could even double back in, 2008, when the world was hitting, what, when the shit was hitting the fan. This thing got up to almost 13.5. So be careful. I would definitely be buying the dips. I wouldn't be looking to get too aggressive on the dark side. This is a very slow bullish channel that's being built here, and with where the economy seems to be heading and the supply constraints, et cetera, and the big demand that obviously is what took Jen Psaki down with the COVID, because there's so much demand that.
Man, I thought we were gonna get out of a whole episode without one reference to Brandon or Psaki or the ice caps melting.
She got a breakthrough case. Whatever that means.
That's crazy. That's a lie. It never happens. Never happens. I've seen her. She's very, very particular about her masking, and it must be sabotage. That's what I'm thinking.
We got to queue up Beastie Boys again.
Exactly. Somebody snuck in and sabotaged her.
Well, we will wish Miss Psaki, we'll send her Psaki bombs and wish her a speedy recovery from the variant that doesn't exist.
Flu. All right, Matt.
From whatever it is.
Else to talk about. What do we got tonight? Monday Night Football. Let's get one final pro bet on. And by the way,
how about the Braves? Looking to wrap it up last night, looking good into the 5th or 6th, and then the Astros just exploded. And
we keep saying it when we're watching it. The stature of some of these young men at the plate. I mean, there's just giant men playing this game now. It's unbelievable.
Giant. As far as and again, I'm excited. I'm excited that we got at least one more game, possibly 2 left, and they're back to Houston. We get a day off, I think, and then they pick it up again Tuesday, Wednesday. So it keeps our sports gig going. As far as tonight, listen, it's the Giants and the hapless Giants, and of course you have the Patrick Mahomes, who has been in the doghouse. And because of my strategy, minus 10.5, you got to take the Chiefs.
All right, listen, there was a dispute, and I have video evidence that I will share with you that I wanted the under in the Michigan game, but as the line came down,
I didn't want the over. I wanted the over. So
wait a second. I have the video evidence. You took the under, I took the over.
All right. Well, you must have.
You must have forced me. Evidence, Ventura.
You must have forced me into a misspeak, because I definitely thought I had the over. But whatever.
Yeah, well, now we're even.
No,
are we even? Are we not even?
No,
what am I down?
You're still down 2 bets.
I'm down 2 bets
at least.
All right. I want the Giants and the over.
All right. Is that a parlay that you're doing? A Giants and the over?
Yes.
Or 2 separate bets?
No. The Giants in the over parlay. Definitely. I am so bad at betting. So,
wow.
You probably be able to take a nice down payment on a vacation home by the end of the season if I keep betting.
That's my intent. Well, like I said, I got to go with the strategy, which is take the double digit. They were 1-2 this week. They were 2-1 last week. So win this one, I'm back in the green. I'm all good.
Right on. All right, Matt, you have a great day.
Hey, Bobby, happy Monday.
Happy Monday. Please join us at marketfunnels.io. Please share, retweet the broadcast. Please get it to Amazon and buy some Shrimp Mojo for your holiday grilling. And that's what I got. Thank you,
Matt. You should send a bag to Zuck, so at least he can put that up with his sweet baby.
He really needs a pound of Shrimp Mojo.
Yeah.
On his bookshelf, and he can start dealing, because I'm not sure how he's going to end up financially when he spends the next 10 years in jail. But that's another story for another broadcast.
All right.
See ya,
buddy.